Good morning, y'all. How we doing? My name is Dustin Jones, and you are listening to the PT on Ice Daily Show. Good morning, folks on Instagram. Good morning, folks on Facebook. And as always, thank you to folks listening on your commute or via podcast. So today is Thursday. That means it's Leadership Thursday. Want to talk about how to leverage the Canvas strategy, how to leverage the Canvas strategy. This is something that the term or the phrase has been relatively new to me, but the practice is not necessarily new, but I find it very fascinating to think about. I want to share that with you all. Before we get into the goods, today, it is Gut Check Thursday, right? It's going to be a little different over the next few weeks. So this also is the start of the CrossFit Open, which is for most of us is going to be a 3-week period of time where we're going to be doing, I think 3 workouts, could be more, but 3 workouts that are released every Thursday evening. And those workouts are going to end up being our Gut Check Thursday workouts that we typically do. So I cannot remember the exact time, but that workout will be announced later tonight. And then everyone's going to give it a go over the weekend. We would love for you all to continue to take that time-lapse video, a picture, and post your scores, and be sure to tag us because it's a really fun event that a lot of us look forward to, throughout the year. Beyond Gut Check Thursday, there's a lot of courses firing up. Want to make you all very aware of that. The next round of all of the online cohorts is going to be starting within the next 1 to 2 weeks. So that's CMFA Essential Foundations. That's persistent pain, injured runner, modern management of the older adult essential foundations. All of our online courses are going to be ramping back up. PPA as well. So be sure to check that out. All those dates are going to be a little bit different, but you can just go to ptonice.com and get all that information. Also on our Hump Day Hustle email, all those links are on there as well if you got that yesterday. Good morning, folks. Good to see everyone rolling in. All right, let's talk about this. Okay, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. CrossFit Sierra Vista, let me know. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the CrossFit Open workout will be announced tonight. Thank you. So how to leverage the Canvas strategy. So comment on Instagram or Facebook, and if you're listening to the podcast, hop on social media to join this discussion. How many of y'all have read or listened to Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday? I'd love for you to just drop that in the comments here on the live video. So I recently taught Modern Management of the Older Adult live in Aiken, South Carolina. In Aiken, South Carolina, beautiful town, but I drove it from Lexington, Kentucky, roughly around 7.5 hours. It was the exact length of this audiobook. So I was kind of feeling for suggestions. I heard Mitch Babcock talk about Ego is the Enemy a good bit. So I was like, all right, I need to listen to this thing. I probably have a gist of what they're going to say. That was not true whatsoever. But it took the exact travel time, which was really cool to go into that weekend listening to this book. And it was so good that I ended up listening to it again on my way home Sunday evening after the course. I freaking love this book and how Ryan Holiday presented some of these different concepts. There's just a ton of helpful information within this book. But one thing that really hit hard for me, because I've experienced this from so many different angles, is something called the Canvas strategy. The Canvas strategy. Now, Ryan Holiday speaks to this Canvas strategy from his personal experience in his line of work. So he's done all kinds of different things, but he received a lot of early success, if you will, through kind of his industry. At a very, very young age, he was really rising the ladder, out in Los Angeles in the entertainment industry, and then also the apparel industry as well. And he leveraged this strategy to really make these connections and to continue to achieve success, or what he perceived as success in his goals. And the gist of the Canvas strategy is that you want to find or make canvases for other people to pin on. Is that you want to create or find canvases for other people to paint on. And the whole notion of this is that you will find success and you will reach your goals in others' success, that there is great fulfillment and success when other people are succeeding, when they are doing well, when they're crushing it, and you are a part of their journey. And I found that absolutely fascinating to think about, and it made me reflect, especially in this day and age. And I think, many of you all probably feel this, that we live in a very interesting time, especially on social media, to where it is becoming almost normal for people to really self-promote themselves and talk about how great they are without much to back it up in terms of actions. A lot of people will, the most used word in their vocabulary is me or I, talking about themselves over and over and over and over again, and very focused on themselves and their own success, and really putting on that facade. I mean, we have people, it's almost normal now to where people are creating graphics quoting themselves and posting that on the internet, kind of putting themselves up on this pedestal. Very, very self-focused. And this Canvas strategy is the exact opposite. It's saying, hey, you need to allow and work to really make others succeed, and you will find fulfillment and success when those people crush it and reach their goals. Very counterintuitive for a lot of us, and for myself included. But I've experienced this in terms of on the receiving end and then the giving end as well. And so I want to talk through some different scenarios where many of us are going to be in this situation where we can leverage this Canvas strategy. So the first one I want to really speak to, and this is probably the most common one that we are already practicing, especially if you are familiar with the Institute of Clinical Excellence, is within our patient or client interactions. That all the time you are creating a canvas or an opportunity for your patient or client to paint on or to succeed, to demonstrate the goods, if you will. I think about those scenarios. We experience this a lot at Stronger Life, where we will be training for weeks on end, and then there's going to be one day, we call it deadlift day, where people are going to be able to show off what they were able to achieve, and they're able to tangibly see their improvement in a relatively short period of time. But it's a very powerful moment that they're putting on display their hard work and effort and what they've put so much effort into. And that right there is very intentional, that we create an opportunity or a canvas, if you will, for these people to paint on or demonstrate their skills or their hard work and their efforts. It's very similar to the concept of building the bike, right? When you are creating these different scenarios that are making it very, very clear to your patients that you are benefiting them, or that they are benefiting from your services, that there is no question that there is a clear connection between the benefit that you are providing them and them reaching their goals, that you are building that bike, making it very clear your value and your worth to them, and they're going to want more and more of that. Very similar situation. The Canvas strategy, creating these opportunities for your patients and clients to demonstrate their progress and what they're able to do. And we can do that on a daily basis. It's not just on the evaluation day when you may be trying to do a test, treat, retest, and demonstrate, okay, you're able to make a tangible change in an asterisk sign. But it could be something like a deadlift day where you are challenging them, giving them that opportunity to rise to the occasion and really see what they're made of. And that can be a very, very powerful experience. I would say that's probably the most common thing that we're all doing. Now, the second piece in terms of the Canvas strategy is for many of us that may be kind of in an aspirational phase of life where, let's say you're in PT school or you're a new grad, you're fresh out, and you have these aspirations. You know you want to be at a certain level in your career, whether it's owning a practice or maybe even teaching continuing education, whatever that goal is. You're not there yet, but you're working your butt off to get to that point. In this phase, this is where the Canvas strategy can be very helpful for you, to where instead of focusing so much on yourself, you are focusing on seeing success from the people you look up to or your leadership. So this is where you want to know who's something that you really look up to. Who do you want to emulate? Who do you want to learn from? Connect with them. And you may already be working with this individual. They may already be your manager, director, or some type of leader that you've connected with. What is their mission? What is that person trying to achieve? And help them achieve it in whatever way is possible. That can be very, very powerful. And so what you will often see, I would say one of the most common ways to do this for you all that may have leadership that have amazing ideas and thoughts and different patient cases and just a beautiful way of demonstrating and portraying some of these things, but they're not getting their message out to their end user, whether it's a potential patient in the community or other professionals. That you, with your skills and likely ability to manage social media, you could help them out. You could create that canvas, that opportunity for that person to paint on and share their message and share their vision and further progress to their mission and their goals. And you are going to be a huge part of that. And that person will not forget you. I guarantee that they will not forget you. And so as they continue to achieve their mission, what can often happen is that you will have opportunities. You will see growth as well. You will see that person work their magic, and you're going to get closer to your goals as well. Another way to do that is with connections. You may have connections in different areas, whether personal connections or even online, that you can connect that person with that individual, and a lot of cross-pollination can happen, and you can become further closer to your goals. The canvas strategy, creating those canvases or opportunities for people to paint on. There's lots of opportunities here, but the big thing that you want to think about is within the context of your leadership or whoever that person is that you look up to, what is their mission? Where are they going? What do they want to achieve? And that will give you more ideas of how they can achieve that with a unique and fresh perspective that you can really help them, and you will ultimately see success with that as well. Now, the third phase is kind of the success phase, if you will. So let's say you have reached, your goals, that you're kind of rising the ladder, if you will. And now you have people that look up to you. Now you have employees or you have mentees, for example. The canvas strategy still applies, even for your own success. And this is where you can intentionally create opportunities for your mentees or your employees to really shine, to create that canvas so they can paint. And that, my friends, I'm just now experiencing this. That is a beautiful place to be. I will never forget Jeff Moore, the CEO of the Institute of Clinical Excellence. I don't remember, this was like a year or 2 years ago, but he posted a video of his son, Warren, just crushing it, shredding down this mountain. I'm not sure what resort they were skiing. Just beautiful scene. And Warren, who I cannot remember how old Warren is, maybe 12, 13, 14 years old, just freaking shredding it down the mountain through some fresh powder. It's an epic shot. And he just comes right in front of Jeff, just kind of turns and stops, gets snow all over the place. And I was just thinking, as a new father, like, that's got to be a cool thing to watch. Just your son, that you've spent so much time with, that you've invested so much in, to the point now they're at a point in life of freaking shredding it down a mountain. How cool is that? And I said that to Jeff. And he goes on to talk about, there's nothing more in life that gives me more joy than to see them continue to grow and crush it and perform in these opportunities. And then equated that to what he's experiencing with the Institute of Clinical Excellence, what he's experiencing with Onward Physio, what he's experiencing with South, is that he finds so much joy, fulfillment, and then also success when the people that he is mentoring are painting on that canvas, when they are stepping up to the plate, when they are absolutely crushing these opportunities that he has worked really hard to provide. And I've never experienced that before until, I would say, this past year as a father, but then also as someone that is working to invest in other people. Specifically, I'll speak to the MMOA team. That we have these amazing clinicians and educators that are just continually just stepping up to the plate and freaking crushing it. And there is nothing better for me in terms of fulfillment and joy to see someone like Alex, Julie, Jeff, Gmo just absolutely crush a PT on Ice episode, or a lecture at a live course, or an awesome social media post. But the beautiful thing is that as they succeed, I will continue to succeed as well and continue to reach the goals that I have set for myself. So I know it may seem that you're just, still selfishly trying to help yourself by helping others. But if you really shift that focus and really create these opportunities and canvases for other people, you're still going to continue to reach that success. And that's a beautiful place to be, and also very fulfilling, and knowing that you had an impact on several people more than just yourself. And at the end of the day, I think we all want that, right? We want that lasting impact. We don't want to do it all for us and our name and our glory. That many of us, especially listen to this podcast, we want to do it for the impact. And the canvas strategy can be a great way to do that. So I'd love your all's thoughts. How do you leverage the canvas strategy? If so, how? I'd love some specific examples that would be helpful to the conversation. So whether you're on Facebook, whether you're on Instagram, let me know. I would love to hear that because this has really changed how I'm thinking and giving some words to this concept that I've experienced in a powerful way. Ryan Holiday, Ego is the Enemy. Highly recommend that book. But practice that canvas strategy. Find or make canvases for other people to paint on, and you will likely see success and progress towards your goals as well. All right, y'all. You have a lovely rest of your Thursday. Thanks for hanging out and listening. Tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, that CrossFit Open workout is going to be announced. That's going to be this week's Gut Check Thursday. We hope you all jump in and participate. Also, all those online courses are going to be rocking here soon. ptonice.com, go to courses, and then click online courses to be able to see when those are starting up. We also have a ton of live courses as well. Lots of fun stuff going on. We're rocking, y'all. Hope you're doing well as well, and I will talk to you soon. See y'all.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to the PT on Ice Daily Show. If you enjoyed this content, head on over to iTunes and leave us a review. And be sure to check us out on Facebook and Instagram at the Institute of Clinical Excellence. If you're interested in getting plugged into more ICE content on a weekly basis while earning CEUs from home, check out our virtual ICE online mentorship program at ptonice.com. While you're there, sign up for our Hump Day Hustling newsletter for a free email every Wednesday morning with our top 5 research articles and social media posts that we think are worth reading. Head over to ptonice.com and scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up.